Nearly a steal out at the top of the key by Piper. Ball off on the wing now to Anderson for Trinity. Trinity back near the half-court stripe now working around. That's Vanderlingham will step inside the circle. No good. And another offensive board by the crashing Knights of Trinity Academy. Second shot, no good. And the board goes to Piper. And back down come the Pirates quickly underneath. And a foul going to be called as first free throw up and good for Barnes, 6'4" senior for Piper. Piper taking their first lead of the game now, 9-8 here over Trinity. Second free throw rattles out, no good. Rebound back to the Knights. That's Andrew Davis, a 6'5" senior. Then Landingham will bring it up. Ooh, that looked like maybe an over and back. Got away with it, though. And into the front court come the Knights. Crossover dribble, nearly lost it. Van Landingham was able to pick it up. And now he is controlling the point. Tries to go through, and a reaching foul is going to be called against Piper. That's Tyron Shelley, 6'4" junior. Cross-court pass completed, and now driving into the lane is Trinity, picking up his dribble, and back outside. Anderson, the senior, works around, hands off to Adler. Another three on the way. Back iron, no good. And the rebound comes back to the Pirates. Piper working their way back down the court, up to the free throw line. Pass underneath. Shot outside. Three. Nothing but net, knocked down by Gabe Esquina, the 6'2" junior for the Piper Pirates. He drills a triple. And gets the Pirates back on top 12-8, and a foul called inside. Outside again, Van Landingham with it. Now foul again underneath. We'll take it to the baseline. For Wichita Trinity. 3:09 to go here in the opening quarter. 1 versus 4. The first of two boys semifinals here tonight at the Tony's Pizza Event Center in Salina, Kansas. Back iron good. Nice drive in and shot make by Chase Linder of Trinity. Piper with it back on offense, working their way around the perimeter outside. Three ball on the way. Front iron, no good. And foul to be called as they were going aggressively after the rebound. That's one on foul on the Piper Pirates. Into the front court come the Knights of Wichita Trinity. Driving baseline, pass underneath, and scrum forward on the ground. Jump ball called. Back in here on 810varsity.com's coverage of Kansas State Championship basketball here. Piper Pirates versus the Wichita Trinity Knights. 21-19 the score. Piper trails Trinity, but they have the basketball. Pirates working inside, now back out. Driving the lane, an off-balance shot. Too hard off the glass, no good. And the rebound comes back to Adler of Trinity.
Trinity doing a nice job making sure that anything up top is double teamed in that zone and making it very hard for Piper to get any kind of decent look at the bucket.
On offense now for Trinity. Jones with it, goes up. Front iron, no good. Rebound to Piper. Back down come the Pirates, moving quickly, driving into the lane. Spin move, picked up, kicks it back outside, and they'll reset the offense now. Cross-court pass, a three ball on the way. Back iron, no good, and the rebound brought down by Piper. Good job crashing the boards, spinning inside and in. 2 points for Piper, and we're down to the Piper Pirates. 3.4 seconds remaining in the half. Piper 27, Trinity 23. We're about to halftime.
We're at the fastest that conk has. You want to know what AT&T has for download? 1.8. How the hell can you do it? You pay. You're supposed to have 200. Well, we're supposed to get. We have. They have a 1.
810varsity.com's coverage of Kansas State High School basketball. We have a wired connection once again here, so hopefully we will have a better second half for you. Right now we're at halftime between Wichita Trinity, the number 1 seed in the state for boys Class 4A, taking on number 4 Piper out of the Kansas City area. Piper's had a heck of a season so far. They come into this game 19-4 out of the Frontier League. Their head coach is Torrey Grimes. They defeated Parsons 55-52 back on Wednesday, one of the most exciting games of the first round of the tournament. Two teams that are state tournament experienced in Piper and Parsons. And they went back and forth with each other, stayed right there in the 50s, and Piper was able to pull it out by 3 at the end of the game. And so congratulations to Piper. They get to the semifinals, and now they have a 4-point lead at halftime over the Wichita Trinity Academy Knights. Wichita Trinity comes into this game a record of 21-1. They're out of the Central Plains League. Their head coach is Chance Lindley. They defeated the upstart team of all of 4A. As the Chanute Blue Comets came in as the number 8 seed, but they were the miracle workers, if it were, as they actually defeated Bishop Miege in the sub-state round of state basketball, and it was a huge upset by Chanute to get here to Salina, and they gave Trinity a good run back on Wednesday. They fell 61-52 to Trinity, but you know that semifinal or that sub-state game between Chanute and Miege, no one saw that coming, and it was just an unbelievable upset by the Blue Comets.
Well, if you're going to drive from Chanute and go up to Kansas City and play, one of the perennial teams all over in the state of Kansas, you might as well win them, might as well beat them. And plus, you're going to do it in the Hoosier-esque setting of Bishop Miege, and one of my favorite gyms in all of the state of Kansas. Been there many times, and if you walk into Miege, you're going red banner, red banner. Oh, there's a red banner that goes all the way around the whole gym of all the state titles that they have. So yeah, it's if you're gonna go someplace and watch a classy basketball game and get the aura, you're gonna do it at Bishop Miege. But for Chanute, a team that's not that's not a stranger to winning, as they've been in Class 4A state uh, state tournaments before, not long ago. And so they have a team that had a little bit of experience, but still being able to go up to Bishop Miege and being the Stags, that's something literally no one saw coming.
No, it isn't. But they were eliminated by Wichita Trinity. As you can see, those guys starting to warm up right now for the second half of action. This Wichita Trinity team, really well balanced. They play really strong defense, and they can shoot well both inside and outside the arc.
And the one thing that Trinity is going to have to do, they are going to have to keep the Jets cooled down on Piper. Piper is a team that loves to go up and down. They love to run the court. They love to freelance, and they love to push the issue. In my mind, Trinity is going to have to slow the pace down, start controlling the pace of the game a little bit more. Piper comes out in that 2-3 zone. Trinity comes out, 3 straight shots from the 3-point line, misses all 3. They come back and hold the ball for about a minute before they take a shot to end the first quarter. So they go 4 straight shots coming up with no score, and they could have found themselves in the lead. They're going to have to make those outside shots if Piper's going to stay in that zone, and Trinity is going to have to start controlling the tempo and slow Piper down a little bit on that running game.
One minute.
I'm going to run down. I'm going to run down on that.
1 minute until tip-off here in the second half on 810varsity.com's coverage of Kansas Class 4A state basketball. Teams huddling up for the final time, getting ready here. Trinity breaks. And we'll head out to center court here at the Tony's Pizza Event Center, formerly known as the Bicentennial Center, here in Salina, Kansas, the site of Class 4A state basketball for so many years. Just waiting for the clock to go. It will be Nate Adler, the 6'2 senior for Trinity, getting ready to inbound it. He has 12 points in the first half, all of them on three-pointers. He is great from beyond the arc, and he really knows how to bruise inside as well. An all-around good player. Now Trinity on offense with the basketball. Adler passes off to the right side to Jones. Back out top, Van Landingham. He'll try to dribble through, gets cut off, and passes it behind Adler. A little miscommunication there, and Piper's strong defense forces a turnover early on.
And exactly the first thing that Trinity didn't want to do after missing 4 straight shots to end the second quarter, getting the ball to start the third quarter and come up with a turnover.
And nearly a turnover on the other end. Adler coming around and picking the pocket of of Brayan Barnes, 6'4 senior. Inside to Bates. Bates to Bates. Two-pointer off the elbow. No good. Rebound comes to Trinity. Back up the court. Van Landingham passes off to the left wing and now driving baseline. Kick outside. Trinity's got a good inside-out game here. They like to try to work low and then get outside for the big three ball. Jones picks up his dribble at the elbow. Back outside. Van Landingham throws behind his back. Back out. Get ready here. 7 minutes to go. Third quarter. A shot in the lane. No good. No call either. And a rebound to Piper. And Barnes brings it in. And back come the Pirates. Into the lane. And now a foul called on the other end. A hold against Trinity.
And right now, until Trinity can start finding the bottom of the rim, they're going to have to start getting back on defense, because if they don't do that, Piper's going to be able to do that running gun game they like.
And Piper's moving around, going inside, and now trying to pass underneath and, be tipped out of bounds. Good defense again by Trinity. Tyrone Bates to inbound for Piper. Throws it in to Tamar Bates. Shelley with it. Swings it around. Corner! Back iron no good, and the rebound goes to Trinity. Adler pulls it in. Back come the Knights. They trail still 27-23. No scoring has occurred yet here in this third period of action. Three ball on the way. Rattles out no good, but an offensive board and a putback by Trinity's number 12, Michael Jones.
Regardless how you break the streak, you've got to get it done. And offensive rebound's a great way to do it.
Little floater in the lane is going to rattle out no good, and then a whistle blows away from the ball. Andrew Davis called for the personal. That's his second. Team second here in the second half. Long inbounds pass. Tamar Bates with it for Piper. He's a 6'4 sophomore. Had a really big first half. Did Tamar 7 points in that first half for him. And now he'll launch a three and hit it. Tamar Bates, the 6'4 sophomore, in double figures scoring now. For Piper, and they break their drought to open the second half. 30-25, they now lead. Pass underneath and good. Laid in that time by Andrew Davis.
Cutting the lead back to 3.
Piper back on offense. Down to the corner. We'll work it out, set up the offense here. Here it's going to be Tyrone Bates. Bates, long three. Good!
Oh,
The brothers Bates, Tyrone, and Tamar with back-to-back threes.
he could have stepped back and been in Dickinson County.
And now both of them into double figures in this one. And now hitting the deck. Whistle blows. Going to be a foul called.
Andrew Davis hit the floor hard. You could hear it all the way up here.
Foul called on Brajon Barnes. Three on the way from Adler. Short iron, no good. Rebound to Piper. Back come the Pirates. Bates tries to go all the way to the hoop. Back iron, no good. And they're going to call an offensive foul against Bates. Tyrone Bates picking up his third personal, his second offensive foul of the game. About halfway through this third quarter, Piper with a 6-point lead here, 33-27 over the number one seeded Trinity Knights, and a three ball on the way and good, knocked in by Caden Van Landingham.
You shoot your way out of it or into a drought. You shoot your way out of the drought.
33-30 Piper, and a whistle blows and a timeout on the floor. Timeout on the floor here with 4:16 to play in the third quarter. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds on 810varsity.com. Back into the Tony's Events Center here on 810varsity.com.
I'll give you a little trivia question about this building.
Yep.
First concert in 1977. That's why they called it the Bicentennial Center, because they inducted it in 1976. You want to guess who the first act was?
Kansas?
Donnie and Marie.
Yeah.
You're close. Nailed it.
I'm Justin McLucky. He is Ryan Ragland here on 810varsity.com with Class 4A state basketball. The first of two boys semifinals, another one coming later tonight. Girls have one more semifinal to go, as well as the Lady Stags of Bishop Miege have already made their way to the final, beating defending state champion Baldwin.
And everyone is waiting to find out who's going to win the next girls game, because they'd love to see that matchup between undefeated Bishop Miege and Piper.
Yep, back iron no good for the Pirates. Rebound. Into front court comes the Trinity Knights. Up to the top of the circle, double team there. Kick back out, Van Landingham for three.
I told you, shoot their way into a drought, you shoot your way out of the drought, and that's what Trinity likes to do.
Back-to-back threes on ensuing possessions for Caden Van Landingham, the 6-foot junior. And just like that, it's a tie game again. 33 all here. And Piper puts a bow on that one.
Let's see if Coach Grimes stays in that zone. It looks like he's going to stay with that 2-3.
Tamar Bates going down and getting two more. His total game-high
Actually, it
12.
looks like a 2-2-1 for a second.
Matching Adler. Now another three on the way from Van Landingham. Front iron, no good. He was really feeling it there. But an offensive board and a putback. Great job following the shot by his teammate.
And making those 2 3-pointers by Trinity caused Piper to extend their defense out. So when they took the shot, Trinity had an easy shot at the rebound.
And now Piper with a walk on the offensive end. A couple substitutions now coming in for the Pirates. Tyrone Bates coming back in.
Now Trinity with a chance to take the first lead for a while.
.35 all here, and now a shot from the free throw line, no good. Rebound to Bates of Piper. Back come the Pirates into front court. Tyrone Bates off to Tamar. Back to Tyrone, down to the corner. Three ball on the way. Back iron, no good. Tyron Shelley is just a little bit off tonight for Piper. That's the second time he's missed that shot. On the offensive end for Trinity, a jumper from the baseline, no good, and back down, rebound for Piper, and here come the Pirates back into front court, jumping into the lane, and a foul called. Gabe Esquina put it up, couldn't get it home. Esquina with 5 points, all in the first half in this game. And he'll go to the line now. That's the third foul on Chase Anderson for Wichita Trinity. Esquina, the 6'2 junior, shoots from the free throw line and rattles the first one home. And Piper retakes the lead, 36-35 in favor of the Pirates. And could not quite get it in. Or it did fall, excuse me. Sorry about that. Back come Wichita Trinity, trailing by 2, 37-35 in favor of Piper. Back into front court here. Anderson with it. Double teamed, and now he'll get trapped a little bit. Has to pick up his dribble. Passes it away, and now a timeout called on the floor. Timeout called by Wichita Trinity with 1:39 to go here in the third quarter. Piper 37, Trinity 35. We'll be back in 30 seconds at 810varsity.com.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
And back into the Tony's Pizza Events Center here in Salina, Kansas, site of 4A state basketball. Wichita Trinity Knights and the Piper Pirates here in a good game in a boys semifinal. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Piper, and here come the Pirates.
Could have been a foul on Piper on the defensive rebound as one of the Trinity guys hit the floor hard.
A lot of good no calls in this semifinal
They're
matchup.
letting them play a lot. I like that.
Just as long as it stays consistently that way, I think we'll all be okay with it. Tyrone Bates, a three on the way. Back iron, no good. And the rebound to Piper. Good job fighting for it. That's big right there. Chase Anderson was the guilty party. Free throw rattles out, no good. Second free throw short iron, no good. Three ball on the way, good.
Trinity taking the first lead, 38-37, since early in the second quarter tonight. Working on getting the camera back here in a second. Piper with the ball to get a left wing back to the right wing, swing it down the right corner. Bates driving in left side of the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Trinity with the rebound, pushing it up court, 2-on-2. Bates, or check that. Adler takes a three-point shot, right wing, no good. And here comes Piper again as the clock runs out.
And at the end of three, your score, Trinity 38, Piper 37. Back in 30 seconds here on 810varsity.com.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Back with you at Tony's Pizza Event Center in Salina, Kansas. Class 4A, second round action. Wichita Trinity against Piper Pirates. 38-37 the scores as we head into the fourth quarter, as Trinity outscored Piper 15-10 in the third quarter with that 1 point lead, as they were able to get themselves out of the scoring drought, as they had about 7 straight possessions with no score. Piper looking to really wear out Trinity with the perimeter passing game. Here's a three-point shot in the right corner, no good. And going up strong for the bucket is good. And this is kind of what we're talking about. Trinity really slowing the pace down. And that could work as a double negative. You can slow the pace down and start limiting your possessions, but you have to make those possessions. Plus, when you get a team that likes to run up and down like Piper does, that just gives them a chance to catch their breath. Shot in the left wing, no good, and 2 white jerseys hit the floor.
.6:55 to go in this game. Piper down or up one, 39-38. Down to the baseline, shot, front iron, no good. Rebound still being scrapped for. Picked up by the Pirates.
I like that no call. They're letting them play.
And try and pass underneath and loses it away. Adler gets it for Wichita Trinity. They trail by one, 39-38, 6:35 to go in this ball game.
Trinity really slowing the pace down if they can, down by 1.
6:20 to go in this one. Clock still ticking. Pass underneath, and it's going to be lost away and will be turned over back to Piper.
This just goes to show what kind of game is being called. They very easily could have called a foul over the back on Christian Arnett on that pass, as it went just a little bit out of the way. And they went ahead and let that one go, and they've let a lot of stuff go tonight. And we both like it, being consistent about it and letting the players take control of the game.
Tamar Bates will pass it down to the corner. Back to Bates. He'll take the three, and he'll hit it. Tamar Bates, the 6'4 sophomore, with a game-high 15 points for the Piper Pirates. And Piper pulls away by 4 now with 5:40 to go. Clock ticking. Wichita Trinity working in the front court with it. Driving baseline. Shot up and rolls off, no good. Foul called on the rebound. And it will be against the Pirates, it looks like.
Nope, it's going to go to the Pirates. It's going up against Trinity.
Andrew Davis picking up his second personal foul. Piper will take it out underneath. That's 5 team fouls now for Trinity. They trail by 4. 5:28 to go. In this first half.
And now Piper with a 4-point lead.
We'll play a little four corners here, working around, unless you get an open look like that, and he'll hit it.
When you get the opportunity, you got to take it. I don't care how much time you're trying to take off the clock. You get an opportunity and a wide open shot. No coach is going to tell you not to.
And that's 2 threes now hit by Tyron Shelley, and a timeout called on the floor by Wichita Trinity. The Trinity Knights, the number 1 team in Class 4A, trail now by 7 to the Piper Pirates with an even 5 minutes to play in the ball game.
Winner of this game will take on the winner between Augusta and Chapman. 17-6 Augusta taking on Chapman 19-4. That's going to be a 2-3 matchup, so you got to know that's going to be a pretty good one. Generally, anytime you get to the state tournament, you're going to have really good games anyway.
Absolutely. For the most part, and with, as you just mentioned, this game coming up between Chapman and the number 2.
Or Nickerson and Piper for the girls coming up next.
Nickerson and Piper for the girls, and then you mentioned the other boys' games, Chapman and
Augusta.
Chapman and
I
Augusta.
saw A and I kept thinking Andover. I'm like, I didn't say Andover.
No, the Augusta Orioles, kind of another upstart team, and the Chapman Fighting Irish, a team that really hasn't traditionally been as successful, but they've had a really good football season. Now their basketball team is doing well as well. Trinity back in the forecourt. They trail by 7, 45-38 in favor of Piper. 3 on the way from Van Landingham.
That screen.
Nothing but net. Hitting that, and Van Landingham was kept completely silent in the first half, and now in the second has 4 3-pointers to match his team-high 12 points. Into the lane, a nice little floater put in well by Tyrone Bates of Piper. He's got a dozen now. And back comes Van Landingham, pulls up in the lane, can't get it to go, and the rebound to Piper. And here come the Pirates, moving swiftly into the front court, and going to call a carry on Tyrone Bates.
Better take advantage of the situation on the turnover. Down by 6, 4:15 to go. It's not panic time yet, but obviously the more and more of the clock that goes off, the more and more important each possession becomes.
Whistle blows away from the ball. A push called. It looks like against the Pirates. Foul on Brajon Barnes. That's his second. Team third. And there's a handoff. A shot. Nope. And rebound.
There's a steal.
Steal by Trinity. Van Landingham with it. He'll go across the lane. Go crossover. Hand it back off. Anderson back to Van Landingham. Back to Anderson. A 3 on the way. Good!
Huge bucket. Cuts the lead down to 3.
47-44. Piper still with the advantage in the basketball. 3:15 to go and the clock ticking. And now a timeout called on the floor.
I'll tell you the one thing that's interesting. Coach Grimes really hasn't told his guys to come out and match them up at the 3-point line. They want to keep the keep it. Even if they don't make the shot, he wants to keep the numbers underneath the bucket and eliminate the second chance possibilities for Trinity. And Trinity's like, fine, if you're going to do that, we're a pretty good 3-point shooting team, and we're going to go ahead and keep jacking them up. So right now it looks like either Trinity's going to win by the 3 or they're going to die by the 3. Piper's going to win by pushing it, or they're going to die by pushing it.
Absolutely they will. 3:17 to go here in this game. 47-44, the fourth-seeded Piper Pirates ahead of the Wichita Trinity Knights, the number 1 seed in the state. Again, Wichita Trinity comes into this game 21-1 overall record out of the Central Plains League, defeating Chanute 61-52 back on Wednesday. Piper 19-4 overall out of the Frontier League, defeated number 5 Parsons 55-52 in a well-contested game, just like we're seeing here
And the reason
for tonight.
Piper is in the Frontier League is because they used to be in the Call Valley League, that is now defunct, and they kind of split off, and some went to the Frontier League, and some went to, I think it's called the United League.
United Kansas Conference.
There you go.
And into the front court comes Piper. A 2 ball on the way, no good, but an offensive board, and trying to dunk it back was Barnes, and a whistle's going to be called. A good job going up for the offensive board by Barnes, and he'll get to go to the line here and shoot 2.
Needs to make one of these to make this a 2-possession game for Piper with 3 minutes to go.
3:02 to play in this one. Piper leading 47-44 at the line and cannot make the first. Brajon Barnes, 6'4" senior for the Pirates, who struggled a little bit from the free throw line this half. Second free throw is good. 48-44. Piper now. Van Landingham, who's had the hot hand this half. Now foul's going to be called underneath.
Now, see, that's one of those fouls that weren't being called earlier in the game. And sometimes you wonder if the official's starting to find a little bit of tightness in there, and you have to adjust to it.
Brandon Jackson with his second foul and shot up, no good. But the offensive board comes to Trinity.
Nice job. You kick it out, reset the
Anderson,
offense, don't force it.
Back to Van Landingham. 2:40 to go in this game. 48-44. Piper ahead of Trinity. Van Landingham jump pass.
Backside cut.
Baseline, but good help defense by Piper. There's going to be called on a foul, and that's going to send Michael Jones to the line to shoot 2. Jones with 7 points in this game. Foul called against Piper's Tyron Shelley, his second personal, team 5th foul. Foul's evening out here. First free throw was no good. Second one is good. So it's a 3-point game. 48-45. Piper with the advantage and the basketball. 2:20 to go in this one as they bring it across half court. The senior point guard, Tyrone Bates. He'll drive the lane, kick it back out. A long 3 on the way.
Wow.
Can't hit. Too strong off the back iron. But an offensive board, losing the ball, and now a whistle inside. And the Wichita Trinity crowd very ecstatic about that. They're going to get the foul against Piper. Foul called on Barnes, his third.
16 fouls for both teams, so the free throws could be an issue, as both teams will be going to the free throw lines on the next fouls.
2 minutes to go here. A 3-point game. Trinity thought about a 3. Now they'll pass off inside. Kick it back out, and a steal by Piper. And on the ground.
Yep, going to get the foul on Trinity.
Foul's going to be called on Van Landingham. Caden Van Landingham, the 6-foot junior for Wichita Trinity. That is his 4th personal as well. So Trinity getting in a little bit of foul trouble now. Chase Anderson and Caden Van Landingham both with 4. for Trinity, but 17 fouls, and now the front end of a 1-and-1 here is up. Back iron no good, and the rebound goes to Trinity. Remains a 3-point game. Piper still leads 48-45. A long two on the way, no good. A little bit too quick that time by Trinity.
Yeah,
And Piper takes advantage with the rebound here. 35 to go.
Didn't
They
need
up
to
by
shoot it
3,
that quick.
48-45.
Out and here's Piper. 3-point lead. Don't have to push the issue. 1:25 to go. It's going to force Trinity to come up and foul.
Which Nate Adler does. Adler picking up his second personal, the 6'2 senior. And that's going to send Tyrone Bates to the line, the 6' senior. He's got 12 in the game so far for Piper. First front end of the 1-and-1 is good. It's now a two-possession game, 49-45 in favor of the Pirates. 1:21 to go. Second free throw also good. Ice water in his veins for Tyrone Bates, the 6' senior for Piper. 50-45.
You don't have to have a three-pointer yet, but one of the next two possessions, you need to get a good defensive stance against Piper, and one of the two opportunities, you're going to have to get a three.
Minute 14 to go in this state semifinal. Piper leading 50-45, and we'll be back in 30 seconds with the conclusion of this one on 810varsity.com. Back here on 810varsity.com. A minute 14 to go in this game.
50-45, Piper with the 5-point lead, Trinity with the ball.
Then Landingham into front court will go all the way to the baseline, tries to pass it inside, and Piper's defense takes the ball away, and a foul's going to be called on the fast break. And once again, Tyrone Bates, the senior leader for Piper, will go back to the line. 6' senior point guard. First free throw good. 51-45. Piper sends the lead up by 6 now with 1:04 to play. Now Wichita Trinity is a very good three-point shooting team. Second free throw good by Piper as well.
51-45, or actually 52-45, makes it a three-possession game with 1:04 to go. It's going to be a tough hill to climb for Trinity.
And here come the Knights back into front court with it. Jones back to Van Landingham. He'll drive, lay it up. No good, but a foul called. Three Pirates are right there. 52.4 seconds to go. Caden Van Landingham will go to the line, shoot 2 here for Wichita Trinity. Try to get it back to a 5-point game. With no shot clock, though. Both free throws go for Van Landingham. 52-47. And another foul, this time on Jones. picking up his third. And that's going to be foul number 10 against Wichita Trinity. So again, Tyrone Bates will go to the line and shoot 2 this time. He has made 4 free throws down the stretch already for the Piper Pirates and trying to will his team to a state championship. Misses the front end on this one, though. 49.6 seconds to go. 52-47, Piper leading Trinity. And rattles around, no good. Misses them both this time. Does Bates. And Trinity's got a shot.
Got lead still 5.
Trying to get it inside, now back out. Driving into the lane. Jones up for 2, no good, but he's fouled. 36.7 seconds to go. Clock stopping again. Skeena called for it. That is his first personal. First free throw good from Michael Jones. 52-48 now the score. Second free throw. Also good.
Cuts it down to 3, 52-49. 36 seconds left.
And here come the Pirates into front court, passing it back.
Oh,
And a foul called.
I think he should have taken the shot instead of passing it back for the assist and get a little fancy with it. He was wide open to get the kiss off the glass, get the points.
That is a foul on Chase Anderson, the 5'11 senior. He is fouled out of this game. Just 3 points for him. Kind of an emotional rock for Trinity. Andrew Davis will come back in. At the line now shooting 2 is Brandon Jackson, the 6'6 senior for Piper. First free throw's good. 53-49 makes it a 2-possession game with 30.4 seconds to play. Second free throw coming. And it is good as well. 54-49 now, 5-point game, 30.4 seconds to play. And now, Ryan, I gotta ask you here. 30 seconds left. There's no shot clocks at all. You know Trinity's going to be moving quickly. They have capable three-point shooters. We've seen both Adler and Van Landingham hit multiple 4 threes apiece in this game. They're both going to be on the court. So you got to go down, and do you try to drive the lane at all to try to get in there and try to get an and one opportunity, or do you just look for the best look you can get and throw up a 3 with one of your shot shooters?
Take the best look you can get. Get the points right now. You know it's a 2 possession, so you're not forced to take a 3 for the tie or the win. Take the points when you can. Force the issue. As for Piper, they know it's a 2 possession game. The last thing they want to do is foul and stop the clock and end up putting Trinity back on the court on the free throw line.
And up to the circle, and there it is, an easy 2 just above the free throw line. Another timeout here by Trinity. So now it's a 3-point game again, 54-51.
Now, if
Piper
Trinity,
in the lead.
You're gonna foul quick.
Trinity obviously going to foul quick. We'll see who they sub in here to do that. Looks like of the people on the floor, Chasen Linder would be the guy. The 6'4 senior has yet to commit a foul in this game. You're going to send Piper to the line to shoot 2. Now for Piper though,
the last one they're going to put all their good free throw shooters. They're going to put Tyrone Bates, Tamara Bates. They'll have Gabe out there. They're going to put their best shooters on the court because they know Trinity's going to have to foul.
if you're Piper, you've got to get it in the hands of Tyrone Bates. I know he missed the 2 a little bit ago, but he had made 4 in a row before that.
And this may come down to that little streak toward the end of the third quarter where Trinity had the trouble with that 2-3 zone, or excuse me, into the second quarter, into the first half, they had trouble with that 2-3 zone and ended up missing about 7 straight possessions.
They call a
Oh my
ball.
goodness, they're going to go with a jump ball. Wow.
They call the jump ball. And the possession arrow favors Trinity.
They get the ball inbound and double team the sideline.
21 and a half seconds to go. 54-51. They try to throw it in the backcourt. They do. No walk call. Van Landingham with the basketball. 15 seconds. Van Landingham spins, has to pick up his dribble, has it poked away from him, gets it back, 10 seconds, pulls up for
There's
three.
a 3-point foul.
They call a foul. He
Yep.
got rid of it. 9.1 seconds to go, and it is going to be the junior, Caden Van Landingham, at the line.
And he's the one you wanted to have the ball to take the 3-point shot also.
First one is good.
Take a deep breath, son. You got 2 more to go.
54-52 now, Piper ahead of Trinity, but 2 more shots coming. Van Landingham second is good.
Oh, my.
He is in rhythm. He's got 18 points now in this game. 9.1 to go. Piper does still have 1 timeout.
This is like Norm Duke walking up in the 10th frame, needing all 3 just to tie the game.
And he gets all 3.
And he scouts the 10-pin.
And now Piper uses their final timeout. 9.1 seconds to play in this state semifinal. The Piper Pirates, 54. The Trinity Knights, 54. Piper will have the basketball. They call timeout, but an unbelievable decision. They get the jump ball off of the inbounds.
That's huge.
And that's just something you don't see. I mean, it was a double team, and it was a quick jump ball call. But
credit to the refs for calling it and not going the easy way out, because majority of the time you're not thinking jump ball. You're thinking if there's going to be contact, there's going to be a foul, because you know that Trinity's wanting the foul to stop the clock to send Piper to the line. And credit to the referees for actually seeing the jump ball and calling it. And the thing is, Coach Grimes for Piper, he didn't argue it. He sat there and looked at him like, all right, that's what happened. And I don't think Piper was expecting to have Trinity sit there and double team on that sideline inbounds.
Right, I didn't expect a trap there from Trinity. I expected a quick foul, but Trinity goes with the unconventional route, and here it is. 9.1 seconds to play in this state semifinal game. Piper will have the basketball. It's tied 54-54 here on 810varsity.com. And there's the pass in. Up comes Bates. Crosses half court with about 5 seconds. Shoots a 3.
Oh, my goodness!
Total ice in the face.
My goodness, what an ending to the game.
Tyron Shelley, the junior, being mobbed by his teammates. Woo. And here come the Piper kids. The team is celebrating with the fans. What a three-pointer, 57-54, your final score. Piper over Trinity. The upset has happened. The Pirates are going to the state championship game.
And they will be taking on the winner between Chapman and Augusta coming up in a couple games.
Chapman and Augusta will be the nightcap tonight. The winner will face Piper for a state title. As now the team, after celebrating with their fans, lining up for the good games and the lines. You feel bad for this Wichita Trinity team, number 1 team in the state.
And Van Landingham walks up to the free throw line. He doesn't take much time. He just goes up there and he pops 3 in to tie the game. 9 seconds left. Piper did exactly what they had to do, and they didn't do it just with a 2-point bucket. They took that thing with about 3 seconds left and put it up for 3 and did nothing but sink it.
Absolutely. The Piper Pirates going to state 57-54 over Trinity. We will be back next with the Piper girls as they get ready to take on the Nickerson Lady Panthers. The Piper girls undefeated, number 1 seed. Nickerson, the number 5 seed.
20-3 against 22-0.
Yep, and Piper, I tell you, I mean, we'll talk about this game here in a minute, but the Piper girls, if they can get to state, it would be an undefeated showdown between them and the Lady Stags of Bishop Miege.
How many people want to see that?
I think everybody wants to see that one. So we look forward to that up next. And until then, we'll say goodbye for now from the Tony's Pizza Events Center as you've been watching state semifinal championship basketball for Class 4A on 810varsity.com.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810 Varsity.